If I had some zip ties, that's what I need. Hey, y'all. I should have brought my thing out, but I didn't. It's such a nice day. So that one died. Only one. I had, like, I gave 3 of my tomato plants away. And I had 2, and then one died. They died. I gotta get that, cut that out of there. Gotta do some pruning. It feel like a September fall day out here, guys. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out here uh, watering my babies and feeding them. So these is my peppers over here that took forever. I don't know what happened to my stuff this year. I must have was slow getting it out or something. Because I haven't harvested yet, but I still got a little time to go. We still got time to go. Oh, snap. It wasn't a good environment. So, environment makes a difference for everybody, for all of us. Each one, reach one, teach one, y'all. Come on over. So I think I got to figure out where my zip ties is. Because I know I have them. That's a nice bike. Yo, that joint is nice. That joint go like 50 miles an hour. leg turned. Yo, I worked out yesterday so bad, so much. My damn, I'm gonna have to take this off. It's ready. Excuse me. Mindy. Yo, like that out here. What up, though? Oh yeah, I do got some. I do have a bucket of fresh water over here. Let me get my watermelon because I haven't. The watermelon was doing good. Hey y'all. coming. Alright, y'all, I got one more over there. Wow. So I did that. I got a cut. I think I cut this dead piece off. Hey, what up, though? I'm out here gardening, feeding my plants. It's nice today. It's a nice breeze. Having coffee. What up with y'all? The message I had for today that came to mind was, uh, we are all called, but we not all chosen. So I get it's a thing. It's really a thing. When I think back just over some things with revelation. Hi, Sean. Hey, Sean, look at my plants. I'm tired today, boy. I don't have therapy. I don't have therapy today, but yes, we are all called, but we not all chosen. So when I think over, this my life, that's all I can speak on is my life, right? And I'm quite sure that, some of you can attest to it. We go through a lot of things in life. I always thought as a little kid, I always kind of like stood out, but I was fat. Guys, I was fat, chubby. I was a Huskies back in the day. They read grand animals that they have now. Back in the day, grand animals was like for fat kids or chubby kids, if you will. A whole lot of happy kids. I'm sorry, y'all. I got up and I when I look in this thing and I said, oh my gosh, y'all, but I just got up, got my coffee and came out here because I got to turn on the thing. So what you get is what you get. This is it. This is all me. But what I wanted to say was, when I was a kid, my mom would always be like, you always in trouble. Because I was so inquisitive. Now, when I was in elementary school, I was, back when I was in school, they didn't have like mentally gifted or anything like that. But my oldest son was tested mentally gifted 2 times, and yeah, he's that. But I always was a straight A student, the top of the reading class, but my conduct was horrible, and I was I was always rebellious, but I was rebellious because I was raised by a narcissist that I'm just realizing now. So I'm talking about the chosen part. And don't let me lead here, because sometimes my mushrooms is it take a little time to kick in, y'all. But mushrooms is the bomb. So I always had bad conduct, but I was raised by a narcissist, my grandmother. My grandma had my mom at 13 years old. My grandma was born on 1928. I always remember because Martin Luther King was born the same year. And my mom was born 1943. I think that's about 13 or 14 or something like that. So anyway, my grandma was born in Maryland, and her mom passed away, and she had a sister, and her mom passed away as a when they were, I think little kids, because they don't talk much. They just wait. I was reading the comment, Shine. So my grandma came from James Whitaker. I don't know much. trying to figure out, right? So James Whitaker, I know she's from something, something, Maryland. James Whitaker is my grandpa. So anyways, my grandma came here to Delaware, not Delaware, Chester, where I am at today. My grandpa, she married when my mom was like 10 months old. She met a man that was in the service. He was here from Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware, but he migrated here to Chester. So he helped raise my mom. And my grandma, I think she probably was like 16 and my grandpa probably was like 29 or something like that. So it's funny how life is because I ended up moving here 5 years ago. And I moved 7 blocks from my grandpa, where I came every summer and stayed, me and my grandma and stuff like that. So I said, Dad, I remember, like this like really kind of brought back, things for me. So I just say full circle, but we're moving along. Chosen, I say, is when you walk through life and it's like a deja vu. God shows up. He shows up. He shows up. On the journey, on along the way. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it again, and that's how I figure to me as being chosen. Because everybody don't get the light bulb. Everybody don't get the foresight. He takes bad people and make them good. I won't say that I was bad. I just was inquisitive. I did what Erica wanted to do. Spoil rotten. Never entitled, because I'm not an entitled person. I'm not a money hungry person. I'm not a setup person, even though I was raised by a narcissist. And I say that to say that I have 2 sons and I raised them the way that they raised me. And bad, 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 bad. But what I say is here I am now I consider this being not on the other side, on the other side of the worldly part that I was in. So I'm on the other side of that. I'm not in another plane. I didn't transition to another plane yet, but I say that to say, I've been through a lot of stuff, and I'm writing a book for teenagers. It's called The Girl That Had Everything But Didn't Have Enough. So I need help to publish the book. The book is finished, it's written, but I can, I'm not going to use that word can't. I can. It's just a little steep for me at this moment. So it's kind of like a hold up, but it's not a hold up. I guess I can't say a hold up. A hold up is not a denial. It's just it got to be in God's timing. I wanted to get it out because I want to be a light for the young teenagers, because I experienced at a young age, 13, you got the number right there. 13 was a regular age to have children back then. But guess what? 13, my mom worked all the time. She left me with my grandma. That's why I said I was raised by a narcissist. My grandma was an alcoholic. She was, drunk. One of them nasty drunks. But she had a lot of good characteristics. But when I think about, she came from slavery time, and we only can do what our hands are dealt with. And some of us make the best out of it, and some people just don't. So I look at it as the chosen people are able to maneuver, because God gonna take you through all these different places and all these different obstacles and all these different things and all these different illnesses and things of that nature, or diseases, because anything that's disease, this like the lack of knowing is ignorance. But guess what? The base word in ignorance is, ignorance. It means to not know, right? Or ignorant means not wanting to know. But the base word in ignorant is ignore. That's what I wanted to say. God darn it, I got it. That's the mushrooms, y'all. So okay, so ignore is the base word for ignorance. And when we ignore, That's what we do. Ignorant in the book, in the dictionary. Ignorance is a state of not wanting to know something. Uh, don't not saying that you stupid, you just because you don't know because you have some type of disability. No, it's not. It's this the I think the choice of not wanting to know, not picking up, trying to make yourself better or whatever. Yes, that's what the KDPT. Yes, Shine. Yes. Okay. Okay. So ignorance is I think is a kind of demonic state. I look at it as a demonic state. Anything that's going to hold you back from not knowing, because you're not going to know about the goodness of God, too, because you're not going to pick up and you're not going to read. So you ignore the fact that He's given us all the signs, the warning signs. It's from wait a minute, let me get it. Ezekiel, no. Ezekiel, is it Ezekiel? Doggone it. Ezekiel 6. Ezekiel 6:30. Or is it Ezekiel 36? But they sounding off the warning sign. So when the boats come through the highways and stuff, and they have to open up the gates so the ships and stuff can go through, the barge or whatever that's called, you get warning signs. Signs and wonders is what God gave us. Even though we have the freedom of making choices of the signs that He gives us, and not that what we see now in this day and time, nobody's making the right choice. They hear the signs, they just ignoring it. The ignorance of it all. Like you. So, chosen, I always felt that I was picked out. So when you're chosen, you're picked out to be picked on, right? And sometimes, people, my mom she wasn't like a spiritual person or a religious person. She put me in religion. She sent me there. She sent me to church. If I didn't go, the people would report, and then I get my ass tore up or punished or whatever the case may be. So I was so slick. I would go to the church, step in so everybody can see me, sit in the back, and then when they would leave, when they wouldn't pay attention, by the time the end of the thing, I'd be out the door. And then I had a program so she couldn't say, you wasn't there. Yeah. So when you think about the things that your children do and your kids, with your children, I'm not going to say kids is not a good thing. But when you tell your children that you did certain stuff, or you don't tell them that you did certain stuff, and you just sit and see how they move, it's just the funniest thing. Because I done did it. I done tried it all. So I just say that to say I'm just getting, when I sit and look at my edges, this don't have nothing to do with being chosen. But I guess it is being chosen. Chosen to lose my doggone hair. Yo, so yes, so I think, I'm not sure if that's in Deuteronomy. Matter of fact, I can't look it up because I don't have my other phone. But the scripture is, I don't know if you know the scripture, if you can post it up. I should have posted it up before I came, but I'm gonna get good with this, y'all. I'm gonna get good because I'm like kind of like all over the place. I went to therapy yesterday, and when it was time, get in the shower, I sat in there long. The lady was like, whenever you ready, you can get out. I was on there talking to y'all, all happy and everything. Yo, when I got in there and got my bag and got out the shower, I ain't had no underwear. I had to leave there free balling all the way. And then I had to go to the rectal surgeon or whatever, the colon surgeon. That's what they call a colon surgeon. They don't call it colon surgeon, they call it rectal surgeon. Because your intestine, here go a little class right here. So the intestine is 36 inches long. No, 3 feet, I'm sorry. It's 3 feet. So I have half of mine. So 3 feet is 36 inches. Is it? think something. No, never. Anyways, um, when you go to, your intestine starts from your stomach down to your bowels or your rectum or your fanny is what my grandmom used to say. Girl, cover your fanny. So yeah, your fanny. That's a good word. That's the word I'm gonna call it to make it sound real, real cool and real cute. So it goes to your fanny. So whatever work you get done in your stomach, they don't go to your stomach and cut it, boom, and do it. They do surgery from your rectum for your intestines and your stomach. Your kidney they take out from the back. So they took one of my kidneys out from my back. All they do is laparoscopic, cut a hole in your back and just suction it out. That's how they do the kidney. But remember, stomach, they gotta go through either your mouth or either your, what's the name? Either the one of the two situations. There's only one way up and one way out. One way in and, well, it's two ways out. But you know what I mean, y'all. Because when you go on the buildings, when I used to hang in certain places, if it was only one way in and one way out, I ain't go. I tapped. I passed out on. I passed on that one. Ooh, that's a B. But so just be mindful. As I say all the ways, health is wealth. Be mindful of what you put in your mouth. If you just think about, here I go, lately. Just some things when I think about where it come from, or even though if it's gonna taste good, it's just in the back of my mind. It's like, no, I go through the whole process of how it's gonna break down, how it's gonna pass through, how my waste is gonna smell, and no waste smells good, but when you just eat vegetables, and even people that because I still have fish once a week or something like that to implement it in the. I eat a lot of tuna fish or sardines in a can, or that type situation. Because I do have a wound and I gotta have, I eat so much, and guess what? It's healing. It's been 3 years. They made a mistake when they did the surgery. So, and when I say chosen, boy, first they dropped the ball and I had to get an ostomy because I went into sepsis, and I had been going back and forth, and they never was the name. So you gotta be your own advocate. You just can't let others have your life in their hands. I don't care who it is. Only person that's supposed, guys, that somebody was calling. I hate to cut it off. But yeah. So the rest of the time I am here, I want to make a difference. Not that I want to make a difference. Yeah, okay, pescatarian. I did. That's what that is, Sean. Okay, okay. They got names for everything. They sure do. So in my coffee here, I have mushrooms in here. It's a mushroom coffee, and I have peanut butter chocolate protein. It's organic protein powder in my coffee, and I have cashew milk I made, and I have hazelnut syrup. It's sugar free. It comes over there in the section, I guess, where you buy the syrup for your ice cream and things like that. But they have a sugar free one. I don't get the one that has the sugar to it. I got the sugar free. Good morning, bells and stars. I was just talking about we are all called, but we are not, all are not chosen. And I guarantee you, each one of us that's in the community are chosen. That's why we vibe so much. The energy is so high. It is so high. Thank you for coming in, yo. Thank you. I you don't know how much I appreciate it. I was just saying how much you guys really give me inspiration. It's like I feel like I was feeling like I was in a world by myself. Like I felt like I'm not ostracized, but I can be. Even my neighbors over here, the neighbors, they chased away the nurses. The nurses were scared to come when I had the wound. So my brother put that he put that orange thing out there because they don't want nobody to park, and they only renting their place, and they told me they owned it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Who cares? But the energy is high, and I noticed that people that have a high energy, you only can contract like minds. If your energy is real high, you won't. Well, we all contract like minds, but you won't get that low vibrational attached to you as much. You know, because it's like I'm like a blood sucker for. It seems like for narcissists or, because I'm an empath, I guess. But I don't take no stuff though, so that's the thing. I love unconditional. I'm loyal. I'm a Leo. I'm a lion. You know how we do in the jungle. So that part. But I'm learning not to be as emotional because I've been an emotional person. You know, I have been an emotional person. So me and my husband have been separated since September 12th, 2023. And not that he's a bad person, but oh man. And actually, guys, I really miss him. I really, really do. But he drinks, he start drinking and all that stuff, man. Yeah, that's the hope, and that's what I was just saying about my husband. Like, he helped and he took care of me, but he degraded the situation. That's what made me. Well, I always been a go getter and overachiever. I always been like that. I don't know if I got like some type of ADHD because I got to keep it moving. Yesterday I did two therapy. I did two. I went to the gym and I did that for an hour, and then I hobbled my way to my appointment. And then once you go in Pennsylvania, I mean in that Perelman Center, you go do the entrance. Then you walk about a half a block to the elevator or even the escalator, either one. You got to go a half a block to there. Then you get on there. Then I go to the first landing. Then I go to the first landing. Then I got to walk another block. Woohoo! To get to the elevator to take you to my section. So I was a few minutes late. I was. It was nothing I can do about it. I forgot my underwear. So the thing is, the enemy wanted me to leave the therapy and come back here home, and I forgot my underwear. But I had a back sack on my back, so you couldn't tell. And so I was good. I was good. I had my backpack on the cover, and then once I got there, they gave me a Depends. Have a nice day, Bellas. I love you, girl. Agave, y'all. Agave. When I'm at church Sunday at this church is 2 blocks up for me, and I'm going this Sunday. I can't wait. And had such a nice time, and the people were so wonderful. And I walked down there, and I'm going to go back on Sunday. Yes, I am. And they don't say I love you there. They say agave. Agave, 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 agave. So the word from them on Sunday was 1 Corinthians 13 is one of my favorite scriptures. The whole thing, the whole 13, the whole 13 is deep. And a lot of people don't even dig it. I'm going to post that. Because when I was a child, I act like a child. And when I was an adult, I do grown-up things. You know? That means your core values. You ask people what are their core values, they don't even know what a core value is. I'm going to post that too. So listen, I am going in. I did my due diligence. I'm going to take my lavender. That's what I want to do. So my lavender, let me cut this for you real quick. Let me get up and stretch. Woo, girl. Where my stick at? Because my legs ain't as strong as they was yesterday because, I worked the suck outside of these. Whew. So let me see. So this is my lavender right here. And I'm going to cut this. You see it? You see the lavender? So it kind of almost went bad. So when you water your stuff, guys, you gotta, you can't just dump water on there. And that's what I kind of did with this. Because, see, that's a nice one. That's new growing. See, this lavender right here, I'm going to take and put the dry this up in the house. This is my lavender twigs. This is my lavender plant. So that's what I did down there, and I shouldn't have, right? But it's okay. Because I'm going to take and the ones up this down, cut that down there. The ones that molded. Because stuff get mold. That's from the sunlight. Alright. So that's what I did. Instead of, I dump water on there. You know how you just pour water? You can't pour water on there. And then they can't be so close together. So that's where I made a mistake at. I never did lavender before. This is my first time. But I'm going to take and cut this off. And maybe I won't water it no more and I'll just let that dry out. That's what I'll do. So y'all, this is the lavender. And I'm going to take and put it, I'm going to cut the leaves off. And then I'm going to put it in my air fryer to hydrate it. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm going to do. And then, there you go. So, I did my due diligence this morning out here. So I do a little bit at a time. Small wins, guys. Always remember small wins. And then here I got my compost. This is compost over here. To make your own dirt fertilizer. If y'all can see it, can y'all see it? That's compost. I gotta put more leaves in there. So carbon is wood, paper, trees. So that's what make the compost. And we use oxygen and nitrate. It comes from our vegetables. So there you go. That's your own fertilizer. And then I buy sulfur. Sulfur, you can order it from Amazon, guys. Sulfur, you can drink it, and you can also use it for your plants. So, there's a guy I met probably 2017 in a Walmart. And he said to me, this man, I swear to beans, I think I was 47, and I think he was like 80. And he said that, matter of fact, we was at the photo part, and he was telling somebody about health and how his kids feel about him spending money on his health and stuff. And he said, "Oh, my children get mad at me because I spend a lot of money on my health." And I said, "I see." Jeez, because I mean, he looked good. Jimmy Christmas. So, anyways. He went into a whole thing of 1936 is when projects were started. He did give me the information, and he told me to go look it up to show yourself approved, because we got to show ourselves approved, right? So he told me to look it up, and he said 1955 GMO started. So I was born in 70. So, 15 years into GMO, it wasn't really signed, sealed, and delivered. I remember when I was a kid, they started like with the cake mix, and they give you the little box and the thing so you can do it all together. I thought that was really awesome. So when they switched from glass to plastic and all those kind of things, I remember that. But it wasn't for the best. It was for the worst. And it's just all about money and marketing. Shoot, I lost my train of thought. It was all about money and marketing with the GMO. There go the mushrooms. So the GMO 1955. So that's if you notice that people that are baby boomers and a little older, they not as decrepit, well, just capable as you want to say. I see so many Gen X's that have canes that look really really old and ran down, and then the my kids' generations. Jesus, there was a girl that's like my youngest son age at the dentist. She didn't have no teeth, and I swear to beans, I thought this lady was about 50, like my age. Well, when she got up to the thing to check in, she told them that she was born. My son was born 1999. She said that she was born 2002. This is the thing to get rid of insects, y'all. I'm sorry. You know them bugs that fly? I don't know if y'all got those here and where y'all at. But here, over here, in Delaware and over here, this tri-state, we got these bugs that jump on you that feel like spiders. But they eat up your harvest. So I was saying about the kids and the GMO, if you can tell that what he was saying was the truth. And I looked it up. I did look it up. That's when it started. And that's when they started the projects in 1936. I looked that up. And therapist, I had missed him since I got to go to therapy 3 times a week to the aqua therapy. Yeah, didn't take care of herself. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. So that sulfur, it comes like in this crystal form. It's not the best tasting thing, but that's why our body has so many diseases, because our body needs sulfur, it needs magnesium, it needs zinc, all those things. It needs vitamin C and things like that for our immune. But you, in order for the machine to work, the carburetor, the motor, the engine for this right here, because this is all this is. When I look at that, I lost them the parts of my organs that I said, shoot, I'm like a damn robot. You know what I mean? So really, actually, to keep your stuff moving, we gotta have the periodic table. Yeah, we gotta have the periodic table. And again, like I said, the Amazon, I'm gonna post that suffer stuff. It's a little expensive, but again, like Mr. Health, I'm gonna call him Mr. Health. Mr. Health said it's expensive. It really is expensive. Even just to eat all vegetables is expensive. You know, and fruit and things. And then all the fruit and stuff that we get is, they say it's organic. They say that it's this. Walmart, I had a mango that sat on my counter. It sat there for a whole month and it didn't ripen. It was hard at first. It didn't even get. It got a little soft where you might can put you got a little if you put your finger in there, you might get like a little dent. Not much. Not much. So that's why I am so adamant about growing my own things. I got my watermelon over there, so that means that when you skip a beat on your vegetables, the same how you skip a beat on your children. Same thing. You can't. You know what I mean? There's no days off. And I think I really like that. I missed the no days off. So today is a chill day. I am going to dust my floors. I'm going to make me up a little salad. And I had that to eat off all day. A little smoothie that's in my menu. And if I can muster up a little strength to even cook, like I don't even have enough strength to do that, guys, because I just been trying to grab something here and there. But just hold off, hold me down, hold me down. I love you, Shine. Thanks for supporting me, girl. I really appreciate it. And thanks for putting me on because game and knowledge and stuff, because, knowledge is free. Our ancestors fought for us to read and get knowledge, and you gotta pass off. People be like, ooh, I ain't gonna tell them because, ooh, if I tell them, they gonna be better than me. What's for you, baby, is for you. And the thing about it is, God gonna give you more when you help somebody else. And you have a wonderful day too. Agave, love you, love y'all. Smooches. Yes, Shine. Don't forget, I'm gonna post the sulfur. Talk to y'all later. Thank you.